This is an extraordinary seizure for the Canada Border Services Agency.
It's being called the largest seizure of narcotics in Prairie history, and today CBSA officers announced they have seized 406 kilograms of methamphetamine from a commercial truck at the Manitoba border. 4 million illicit doses of methamphetamine stuffed into 200 bags worth over $50.7 million. This shipment, which was found in large suitcases inside a semi-trailer, was en route to Winnipeg and was searched at the Boissevain border crossing in southern Manitoba on January 14th.
It's one of the biggest in the country at a land border. I can't say for sure it's the biggest, but it's one of the biggest for sure.
CBSA officials say the 29-year-old driver, who was the lone occupant inside the truck, was arrested and charged with importation of methamphetamine and possession of a controlled substance for the purpose of trafficking. The driver is scheduled to appear in court on February 1st.
Based on indicators, however, this truck was selected for further examination. It was during that examination that our officers found narcotics inside of several large suitcases, as you can see on the screen here.
Manitoba RCMP Inspector Joe Tellis says the truck, linked to a commercial trucking company in Manitoba, was coming from the United States and arrived at the border around 10 p.m. Police believe the shipment was linked to organized crime and believe the drugs were bound for locations throughout Manitoba and possibly across Western Canada and Ontario.
Large illicit drugs shipments such as this one and the subsequent distribution of these drugs is closely associated with increased violence in our communities, as street gangs and organized crime networks fight over territory and who gets to sell to the users. This is why this seizure is so important. It will make a difference to many lives and communities throughout our country.
Tellis says the investigation is complicated because they are working backwards.
Usually what we do is we work the investigation and it leads to the seizure. This time around we have the commodity, but we need to find out exactly where it came from and what they intended to do with it.
McGregor says they're constantly seeing more drugs appear at the border.
We're working to adapt and notice and pick up the patterns and learn the trends that are going on and keep up to date with them so we can intercept.
In Winnipeg, Alex Karpa, City News.